Lex Moir here from New Life Restorations. I have Vaios here, who is from Executive Valet Services, and he's going to go through how to inspect curtains and drapes as restoration contractors. Go ahead.
Excellent. Hi, Lex. Basically over here what we have is just a simple pinch-pleated drape. Things that you need to be looking out for when you are inspecting drapes. Upon first visual inspection, nothing may appear to be wrong with the drape itself. So for instance, you're going to clear water damage job, you've gone to site, you're inspecting the drape, there isn't any visible signs on the front of the fabric or on the lining, on the backing itself. That's not to say that there isn't water damage still present. Where you want to be inspecting the drape itself is on the underside, especially of the lining. With most water damage job, what you will find is your watermark just running along the bottom of the backing, and that's where you need to be doing your analysis. If that is the case, the backing does need to be replaced. The fabric itself can be treated and can be cleaned, however the backing, it is extremely difficult, if not impossible, to actually restore. Reason being, the backing is comprised of three different factors. Number one, your base fabric, which is, in more cases than not, okay, polyester, cotton based. In between there, we have your foam blockout. Now, your foam blockout will comprise of two pieces. Number one, okay, your top layer, which is your blockout white, and underneath that you will have an actual black-grey blockout lining. If you look at older drapes, you'll be able to see a grayscale underneath that. That's not dirt or anything like that. What that is after a certain amount of time, ultraviolet light starts breaking down the actual backing itself, and you can see the grayscale. That is the second part of the blockout. These are thermally injected onto things. So when you're cleaning it, you're going to be using solvents or harsh chemicals to remove the water damage staining. What will happen is you're actually damaging the adhesive that they've used to stick the blockout to your base fabric. Now that's number one. That's for assessing the actual blockout lining when and how to determine and where the actual water damage is itself. In terms of cleaning and can they be cleaned, fabrics, generally speaking, okay, if there's any damage, you'll be able to see it, and you'll know that it's brittle and it's not going to respond. In 80% of the cases, if not more than 80% of the cases, foam fabric will always be treatable. The biggest problem dry cleaners or curtain professionals have is with the blockout lining. When you're doing your inspection, run your hand over the blockout lining and just take note of the actual fabric and how it feels. If it starts to feel powdery in any way or form, you know that it's been exposed to a fair bit of ultraviolet light and it's degraded the fabric. Once water hits that fabric or solvent, that will cause a chemical reaction in the fabric and it will cause it to stick together. Once that sticks together, is very difficult to part without causing any further damage. My advice in that respect is want to clean the curtain itself, because the backing is replaceable and it's a cheaper exercise to replace the backing and clean the front and clean the fabric as opposed to replacing the two drapes. For argument's sake, okay, it might cost, for a drape of this size, okay, which is one drop, about 1.4 metres, in width the case would be about 2.2 metres, in length 2.1. To replace the backing on something like this would be about $150, and let's say $50 to clean this drape. So a $200 exercise. However, to replace this whole drape itself is about $350 odd. But that's not the problem, okay? You're not replacing this one drape, you're actually replacing the two drapes as well as the swag and tail. And if they've got matching windows, they're not ever going to accept that. So it is a cheaper exercise. The insured's going to be a lot happier with your recommendations as well as the work that you've carried out, because everything matches. The insurance companies will only in my experience, insurance companies will only replace what's damaged. And
Oh, great.
yeah,
Good.
hopefully that's of assistance.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, okay, you offer. How do you suggest restoration contractors get in touch with you if they need to have any soft contents done?
Well, we're based in Melbourne, and we service a lot of the Melbourne areas. Our company is Executive Valet, Laundry and Dry Cleaning. Based in Nunawading, we work with quite a few restoration companies. Drop us a line.
But you get a
Send us an
website?
email. Our website is www.executivevalley.net.au. If you have any questions in regards to how to assess something, or even if it's tricky, whether you're based in Victoria or anywhere throughout Australia, give me a call. If I can help you out over the phone, I'll be more than happy to do so. My direct number is 0411 882 840, or feel free to give the office a call on 9874 8600.
That's great. Thanks, Vaios.
Excellent. Thanks a lot.